Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we are back with Battlestar Galactica Season 4, Episode 4.
But special shout out before we begin. Me and Joe were at Gen Con, and we have a very happy thing that happened there.
Yeah, we just wanted to shout out our first fan that we got to meet in person. His name was Dan, so shout out to you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
It was really nice meeting him, and it was just kind of a surreal experience for the two of us.
It was really nice. Like, it kind of made our day a little bit.
It definitely made my day. It was very flattering.
It made Mikey's day too, when we texted him.
I was at work and they texted me. I was very excited to hear that. I was a little sad because I wasn't there for the first fan meet, but the fact that somebody recognized them in public, and that just kind of made this all feel so much more real for how much we've grown and how far we've gotten. And the truth is, some days I look, we're at we're almost at 1 million views, 900,000. So there's a good chance that 100,000 people out there know what we look like, and
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Besides that, though, this is Battlestar Galactica Season 4 Episode Store. And do you guys remember what Season 4 Episode 4? I'm sorry, not Store.
Pretty well, actually.
Crazy stuff.
A lot. Callie died,
Yeah.
which was fucking crazy, and Tori's actually an evil Cylon and not a good Cylon.
And Baltar's got a sex cult.
Yeah, Baltar's got a sex cult.
He keeps failing upward. Yeah,
We love that. We love
like
that. And Rosalind tried to pass a bill to rig juries and jurors in
Pack the
court
courts.
cases. And then in the appeal courts too, so that when they appealed the cases, she wins no matter what.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it's going to impact Tyrell,
I am.
especially in this episode.
I imagine going into this episode, we're going to be seeing some ramifications of Callie's death, as well as, you guys forgot, the Cylon that got betrayed by the other Cylon.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if any of them.
Caprica 6 is dead.
Caprica 6 is on.
Yeah, Caprica.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Non-Caprica
all
6.
non-Caprica. That's what I meant.
We're gonna see if
all non-Caprica.
Do you guys
6
think any of them
is
managed to
dead.
escape?
It didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was pretty much a.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if Caprica
Although
6.
the fleet is not as big as I would have.
There's only one way to find out.
That's for us to keep watching. Thank you, Mike. And we're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1. Battlestar Galactica.
I love the sets.
That breath is gone.
With all our thoughts and love, Calandra Henderson Tyrrell,
Do you know that was her name?
you
No.
send your spirit into
Calandra.
Calandra? That's pretty.
It's a nice service.
I like this service.
She agrees.
Mom and Dad.
What a fucking sweet thing to say, isn't that? Like,
I love them.
I love that. That was such a sweet scene. Her hair looks different.
She got bangs.
Sorry about your loss.
Is it because they didn't say anything?
I'm so sorry.
Did he realize?
Who?
I feel like he knows.
I feel like Tyrell,
Goddamn.
that to me just looked like a guy who's considering telling the truth.
He looked murdery to me.
No, it doesn't go nuts.
Never turns its brain off. Frackin' toaster.
We're done.
I think we're not. You come every day.
Is that?
Yikes.
Is there something that you want from me?
Was I
Is there
right?
something that you need?
Yo, if Mikey was right about that, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Stay back.
See you tomorrow, Colonel.
Can they get her pajamas, like, for real?
Something warm.
You gonna deal with that kid?
Probably needs to be changed. She thought we were having an affair.
But we weren't.
They weren't okay.
We were made to be perfect.
What is that? More of Baltar's crap.
You just live without guilt.
Just shut it down.
Be the man you want to be till the day you die. We're still the same people, aren't we?
Of course we are. You shut up.
That is not the same as human.
What you're feeling is what a man feels when this happens. It's normal and it's human. Anytime soon. It'll be there every day. You'll see her every day. You'll see her.
Very different sides of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
Tori's very embrace what you are, and he's very embrace who you are.
I think it's so funny when Ty is like, deep emotional connection. Like, I've gone through this too. Now be a man. Just defaults right back to
I feel
toxic.
like that's pretty normal for any of the older generation people I know. Where they like have a moment where
The shell cracks, and
Yeah.
then it's like, wait, toxic masculinity, come back.
bootstraps, avocado toast. Sorry, totally. For the record, just joking, just having fun. Man, Baltar's life is so hard, dude.
Oh man, look at this man. He's
He's had a
suffering.
rough time.
Oh, I felt that.
Only because he's a coward.
Gods.
You said gods?
Only one.
What are you doing?
Pulling one hair from your head at a time.
Yeah.
If it happens at the same time,
What is she doing?
pleasurable touch.
Okay, listen. I think that you're very strong, aren't you? I think I preferred it when you cried.
Oh my god.
God forgives you, then it's gone, right?
What the fuck is happening?
She's being overly aggressive because she's
No. This. What is this?
Oh no!
Smoke grenade.
Isn't there children down here?
The harem's being raided.
What is?
Well, we know why they're there.
To worship at the altar of Baltar?
Oh, come on, Tori, activate Cylon mode.
Maybe they could find him if they wasn't covered in smoke.
Is this like a biker gang? What's up with the outfits?
Where is he?
God damn, yo.
I think they're probably military because they know how long the response time is.
They're definitely organized.
No, please don't. I don't want to see that again.
Chief, you ready to go? I gotta get out of here.
Go ahead.
Pretty cool.
What's gonna happen with the ship?
It's racetrack.
They're gonna see Callie's body.
Raptor
Right.
away. Readings nominal.
No, did Tyrell fuck up the ship?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
No, not racetrack.
Coming in hot.
Oh, I just
fuck.
they crushed the front.
No, it was just the news.
That's where the pilot sits.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're dead.
Where is he?
Dude, did Racetrack just die?
I don't think
Hope
so.
not.
Sons of Ares.
Ares, Sons of Ares. They're the people who committed this attack. They're obviously a fundamentalist splinter group.
What's in your hand, Lily? Asclepius. God of healing.
I know you'll heal our people. But I thought the old gods are fighting back.
Did he put the bad one back in?
It's gonna acknowledge it.
Didn't get swapped out.
It's okay. Is it? Skulls? Is it?
Galen,
I don't need to be patted on the head. You can tell me I fracked up.
you're only human.
No! Don't say that! Tell me I fracked up! Say it!
He doesn't want to be perfect.
Get out of the Raptor, Figursky.
Damn. I mean, they all know what happened.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he was very distracted too while he was doing the.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have room in their hearts for one great belief. Surely such a man must be magnificent. Larger than life, God like himself.
What are you talking about? It's not about that at all. We have been targeted because of what we believe. They want us to be afraid. I am tired of being afraid. The time has come to make a stand.
Ooh. Is he leading his people against the old gods?
We want justice, not these stupid old gods!
Sir, we're having a service.
Are you? But whom are you serving? Very likely, isn't it?
I can't believe someone hasn't, like, shot him.
You're a witch! Telling the people lies and stories! do you want me to break to Asclepius? Well, nothing is good on
That was amazing.
What the hell just happened?
I think she can pull off bangs,
Can. Absolutely can.
which is crazy.
It's because of her glasses.
I don't want it to be over,
True and real.
so I'm saving it.
Well, maybe I should do that. It's a bad idea. Maybe not.
Oh.
Need some positive reinforcement here, buddy. Read the room.
I want to know how it feels to have killed billions of human beings, to have all that blood on your hands.
I feel it. Do you really think that I couldn't?
Do you? Or do you turn it off?
Talk like we're different, but you know we're not.
Weapons!
You gotta stop doing that.
You see, we're the same.
How you live with what you've done.
Are you asking for absolution? I can give you that.
Stand down. You have nothing to offer me. We're not the same.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody needs a therapist.
I want you to look at me, Gaius. Just look at me. This is a wig.
Oh.
I'm dying.
That's why her attitude with
No, you
Dama
don't know
has
my
changed.
eyes.
I'm very sorry.
No. I don't want your pity. I'm still doing my job. In fact, I'm going to aggressively pursue the men that attacked you, and I'm going to limit the size of public assemblies to protect your people. But
And then I'm going to give them each medal.
when people are getting closer to their death, they just don't care as much about rules and laws and conventional morality.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm just saying have a quiet life. And I'll die a quiet little death. And everyone will be happy.
Wow.
It's just that I'm not in the mood any longer to indulge you. And that's all.
Just don't do anything.
So yes, I'll fucking kill you.
No one knows how they're gonna react on loss like this or what they're gonna need.
Is he gonna tell him right now?
I feel like he is.
Treatment.
I don't think he will.
I think he wants to.
I guess you just couldn't take it, huh? Being married to a silent.
Ooh, what?
Mother of a half-breed abomination.
I think he's hearing things.
Yes.
He's gotta be.
She was a good woman.
He's like, okay, I am going crazy.
Because he didn't have the drink and now he has a drink.
Well, I think that just reinforces
Really
my
believe
theory.
That you wouldn't have threatened her to stick her up against a bulkhead and shoot her. I've thought about doing it many times myself. Believe me, Chief. How many of us ended up with the people we really wanted to be with? Got stuck with the best of limited options.
No.
Because the ones we really wanted, the really loved, were dead, dying. Turned out to be silence, and they didn't know it. If Boomer had, if I had known. No. Let's go. No. I didn't know. Let's go home. I didn't know. So I buried my head in the sand, and I took it, and I settled.
Don't do this here, bro.
Those dull, vacant eyes. Boiled cabbage stench. And why? Because this is my life. This to a memory. You know what? I'm sorry if I'm not gonna do this the way you want me to, but I will not make an angel out of someone who wasn't an angel. You don't know what fracking club I'm in because you never asked the right questions. Gee, let's get out of here. No. Why don't you go? Stop all of this. Because if you don't, I'm gonna have to act on it. Now shut up.
Great! Do it! Please! For the love of gods, please demote me! Get me off your fracking ship!
I mean, he's lashing out.
Yeah.
She's Tyrell.
Oh.
Ooh. By hangar deck.
Tyrell broke.
I mean, Adama's just
He couldn't
Doing
do
ex-
anything other than that. Literally everyone's looking.
he did what he asked for.
Yeah.
And as soon as Tyrell pulls it together, I'm sure he'll be back to being chief.
I like how they built a bar around the thing that Tyrell built to make alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's such a wacky bar setup.
If they aren't gathering in mass, they aren't provoking resentment.
It limits his group whilst permitting more mainstream worship.
I have to wonder if this resolution couldn't be used against other offshoot religious groups.
Absolutely not. Gaius Baltar is a special case, you know that.
Not that far from what some of our own Mithras followers believe.
We have adversaries among the Geminis. Can this order be applied to them?
Clear your heads. We are talking about Gaius Baltar.
We can override, Madam President. I cannot let this stand.
And if you strike this down, you can all go back to your constituents and you can tell them what you've done, and we, the people, will have triumphed. But think about what it's going to cost you.
What will it cost him then?
Should I get used to waking up to this? I want the pain. It's how I learn.
Is he trying to find out so he can stop thinking about Ellen?
Yes.
In the destruction of humanity, but at the same time I learned because I fell in love with a human man. And he was mortal.
He's trying to also make sure his love was real.
Fallible. I understood what I'd done. How I betrayed him and humanity. Baltar could die. And I loved him. Baltar's heart was ephemeral.
No.
He hates hearing his wife say this.
Fragile in my hands.
No, we are not going to talk about the fragile body of Gaius fracking Baltar. Door!
That's so fucking crazy.
Clear out, out.
What's he gonna do to her?
Is he gonna tell her?
I can tell you how to turn it off. No. Pain is how I learn from the guilt. When you're in pain, that's when you learn who you really are.
Wow.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not supposed to let you enter.
What's going on? What are you doing?
There are 12 people inside already.
So they passed it?
This is your moment, Gaius. Step forward, make a stand.
I just want to go to bed, go to sleep.
Look at me. I promise you. Step forward and you will not be hurt.
Yeah, because he's not going to do that.
Thought he wasn't gonna
Make a martyr out of him.
He wasn't gonna get hurt.
He wasn't ready.
She lied.
Get your damn hands off me, you fracking freak machine!
Fair enough.
Oh?
Where are the cards?
Use your silent
left.
strength, buddy.
Can you feel it, Saul? Can you feel the clarity of it?
Bro.
That's bleeding in your skull. Yay.
This is so fucked.
Clear this area, sir!
She keeps picking him up.
I really want to stay.
Wait, she's actually there. She has to actually be there.
No.
Down, please, sir. Wait, stop.
Lieutenant!
Yeah, he's like, we can't do this.
Emergency session. Full right of assembly has been restored.
He just martyred himself even more for these women.
He's do these things for you.
You do them because your God compels you.
Oh.
Have you heard anything I've said?
There are pragmatic realities he refuses.
He's been reading to her and she's not listening.
He's like, it's my favorite book, bitch.
Well, that's a problem, of course. He's doing what he thinks is right.
Well, yeah, he's Lee. Sometimes the right thing is a luxury.
What?
That's very true. What do you mean?
I must warn you that I'm getting into the part that I haven't read yet.
Gonna share it with her.
Yay.
We're so cute.
She tries to be evil. She has cute moments.
Chapter 7. The raft was not as seaworthy as I had hoped.
Wait,
Chapter 7?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I haven't got past chapter 7.
There are 8 chapters in the book.
I wasn't afraid to die.
I was afraid of the emptiness that I felt inside. It came into my thoughts. You filled them. I felt good.
Where he's speaking.
More.
No. This isn't what you need.
I'm not a priest.
What the hell?
It was a strange episode.
Something in the universe loves the entity that is me.
I like how he looks crazed on top of this.
Something, God. A singular spark that dwells in the soul of every living being. If you look inside yourself, you will find this spark too.
You look so crazy.
But you have to love.
She just wants to go to bed.
Sleep deprived Baltar is rambling.
Love your fault.
Oh, is he there? No, it's Nikki.
The truth is, we are all perfect. Just as we are. God only loves that which is perfect, and he loves you. He loves you because you are perfect.
He's really saying good words, though, to them.
He's always been a great orator.
I'm intrigued as to why Lee is there.
I think he's
Checking it
observing.
out, yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to see what he's unleashed. Because the president was talking about Baltar.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a good episode.
What a crazy episode.
A lot happened. A lot happened, especially involving all of our silence.
Hi, Tyrell. I mean, not
Except for
Anders.
Sam. Yeah.
He's doing something creepy. He's
Anders
creeping
is
up.
just watching fucking Starbucks.
His
sleep.
wife sleep. Okay.
They're not married anymore.
They're divorced.
Yeah, divorced.
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Yeah.
He still loves her. She's just crazy.
So in this episode, we have
silent.
the beginning gives us a parallel between Tyrell and Ty, a bit where they both lost their wives, and it's showing how one is coping while the other one's coping.
And Adama stepped in to try and help me at the midway point as well. He lost his wife too.
Yeah, Adama had also lost his wife.
That was a crazy scene.
So
the bar scene.
Yeah, where Tyrell basically
She was self-destructive.
Tyrell basically said that if somebody asked he said, if you ask me if I'm a Cylon, I will say yes, is what it sounded like. Because he keeps saying, people keep asking what camp I'm in, but they're not, they won't ask the right questions kind of type thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was just really fucked up what he said about Callie.
Oh, I mean, he absolutely.
Entirety.
Yeah, he trashed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Callie is the most.
It's tragic.
She had nothing but abuse throughout this entire show. Her character was literally a punching bag.
She was. And the way she died was terrible. And for Tyrell to say all those words, especially in a moment of craze like that, was terrible. And I truly think he felt that way about her, unfortunately. And I think it was building up until this moment.
I don't think that's a fair statement to say.
Or is it just because he's questioning himself? It's grief?
It's grief. I think he only even said that because part of that whole rambling is he mentions Boomer, and it's also, if he was an Cylon, or if he didn't know that still, he would have never said that.
And I mean, he has that whole.
It's only all of the weight of being a Cylon and having to learn how to deal with that.
An identity crisis.
So it's just grief mixed with that. It's a mix of grief and identity.
And the biggest thing is, I mean, he makes a mistake for what seems like the first time ever, and people aren't willing to call him out on it. But I feel like
which is really fucked up.
He wants them to call him out. He wants them to tell him he's not perfect. Yeah. I mean, there's a comparison in this episode, especially between Tyrell and Tori, where Tyrell and Tori. Tyrell doesn't want to be perfect, whereas Tori wants to be perfect.
Tori doesn't want to be perfect. Tori is perfect.
Well, she thinks she's perfect, yes. Where Tyrell wants to be told he's not.
And Baltar just told her she's perfect.
And then Ty, I had made the comment that Ty was trying to make Tyrell feel better by telling him to embrace who he is, whereas Tori was, like I said, trying to make him embrace what he is.
Exactly.
You should be proud to be a Cylon. We're stronger than them, and blah blah blah. Whereas Ty was like, "You're a human. Like you should feel this way."
And as a result, we see Tyrell is no longer chief. He's specialist Tyrell, demoted and moved off after his argument with Adama.
Well,
and
we didn't see that actually happen.
Yeah, but that wasn't even like punishing Tyrell. That was literally giving him what he asked for.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the whole scene with the bar where he's yelling was very, it just was him hitting his breaking point, and him just wanting, maybe he wanted to change a pace too, to separate himself from what he's used to. Part of it, he's mad about Adama because Adama also in this one breath called Callie an angel, and this, as Tyrell said, you were going to line that angel up and shoot her for something I did, So it's like, Adama says one thing, does the other a lot of the times, or, he acts one way, believes another thing, and that's getting to Tyrell as well, I think, a bit, because he lost his wife, and the person trying to comfort him is somebody who threatened to kill her not too long ago.
Right.
Yes, but again, I think that comment was also fueled by grief.
It was. So moving past that, we see Ty is having a hell of an episode with Six, in which he keeps seeing Ellen everywhere he looks because of the trauma.
When he looks at Six.
Yeah, and I think that might have been brought back up by the trial potentially. But I mean, it partly brought back my, Ellen is a. It made me not that I'm believing it, but it made me think about how I thought she was a Six clone.
Sure.
Which it was funny because they kind of like they were playing at that a little bit. Like, oh look, they have the same short hair.
Hey, dude, Ellen might have been 7. You don't know.
No. But we see that during this, it's she gets so close to saying things that like are getting to Ty, but Ty just wants to
She has no idea.
Yeah, but she keeps making comments about like how she's so close to him and this and that when she doesn't know he's a Cylon, which is funny because the irony of him being actually a Cylon is she's closer to him than she even knows. And the fact is, when she starts beating him, he's more resilient than she also knows because he is a Cylon. So he has that extra strength that she would have probably. And it's so interesting because this entire episode for him is him trying to figure out if he's able to shut part of his brain off that allows him to feel the pain or the guilt or the shame of killing his wife. But number 6 has a great line to say, you learn from that shame, that pain, and that's what makes us, close to human as possible. So then he goes, okay, well, I don't want to be a Cylon. I want to be Ty. So that's why he's like, let me feel pain. I want to be able to at least feel something so I'm closer to human. It felt like, besides just the shame, because it felt like the pain from her punching him was distracting him from the shame of killing his wife. But it
wasn't helping him cope with it.
But it was kind of also showing him that, just like a human, he could feel too the same things. And because he felt like he was questioning whether or not everything that he did was pre-programmed.
I felt like that whole interaction, to me, I thought his whole goal is he doesn't want to think about Ellen anymore. Yeah. So I thought he's trying to figure out how if there is a actual way for him to flip a switch so he never has to remember killing his wife.
And she's saying no.
Right?
Yeah. Right. But that also had, at least to me, another purpose of kind of helping him cope with the Cylon thing.
Yes.
But it was done in the sense like, I don't know what the literary device it's called, but like it's on like House when he's talking to Wilson about sandwiches, and then all of a sudden he gets the breakthrough because like Wilson's talking about sandwiches, but House hears like the case related thing. It's a double thing. So basically, she was talking about how like he's human and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. But she's saying all these things that he's hearing as you're a Cylon, and it's translating with. It's a disconnect because she's talking to him as a human. He's hearing as a Cylon. So the things she's saying are hitting him a little bit differently than what she's trying to convey, but it's coming across and he's still getting the messages.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what the Ellen thing is. That's like a whole nother layer separate from that.
Well, they're all breaking in different ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're definitely starting to crack. Other than Anders, we didn't really get... We have no idea.
But he was kind of breaking too already.
Yeah, but we can't say that.
Because of Starbuck.
Because she said if I ever
Starbuck will break anybody, regardless if you're a Cylon.
Now we saw. Are you done with this conversation on this?
I
want to make sure.
No, I wasn't. So
I want to make sure. That's before I continue.
So I was going to say, because Tori is clearly having a massive identity crisis and is clinging to feeling everything.
Yes.
Right? Like her whole scene with Baltar was talking about feeling.
She's going full ego.
Yeah. Feel, pleasure, pain, etc.
Perfect.
Ty, it's clearly also his guilt is killing him. Clearly. And then Ty, I think...
He's Tyrell.
I feel like Tyrell, I think, was going to be a rock until Callie died, and now that she's dead, I think that's just.
Well, because he had support.
I think
he had healthy support.
Due to die. Yeah.
You're right.
Which brings up the problem of if Tyrell finds out how Callie died, that's going to be a massive problem.
Then he's going to kill Tori, I think,
because Tori's. And who will Ty side with? No one. He'll in Six's cell.
He'll kill both of them. No.
I feel like Tyrell will be the one to come forward, although I don't know.
It might also be Tori coming forward with pride, like I'm a Cylon, I'm perfect, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And it could just be Ty just comes to Adama and is like, Bill, I don't know how to deal with this.
Interesting. So Baltar's group got raided by a group called the Sons of Ares, which I mean, it sparks.
it was brutal.
It sparks something though. It sparks the president doing the executive order, which he tries to ban public gatherings of more than 12
people.
But
it's like, are they not allowed to go to the bar
or the cafeteria?
Well, no, those aren't public gatherings. Technically, those are private. Businesses. The bar.
Well,
and then the church is a religious establishment, so that was the whole argument that they had in the Senate.
So 20 people can't be in a private room together.
Well, technically, the churches
Gotcha. I got you.
Fine.
I got you.
But but that's why they were like,
right.
well, we have people in the Geminons who aren't, strictly the same gods as you. So are they banned from worshiping? And that's why the president was like, we're focusing on Baltar people, but technically they were also banned from worshiping too.
I was surprised no one was like, for now. We're focused on guys Baltar for now with this law.
Well, that's what
happens in 2 years.
That's what Lee was kind of insinuating. I felt like, and then that's why he brought up the other people and the other religions. And if somebody else wants to make a religion, they can't group. And we see Baltar with 6 make a stand, which I thought was hilarious because it almost was like she was there holding him up and pushing him, just how he was like,
like when they kept dragging his arm.
I don't want to do it, please, 6. And he's like, nope, get back in there. And he lasts long enough. But I love specifically that she goes, you're not going to get hurt. It's fine. And he's like, okay.
Whoa. She didn't say you're not going to get hurt. She said, go forward. You'll be able to lay down.
No, she said you will not get hurt. She said that.
I didn't hear that.
She said specifically you won't get hurt. That's why I was laughing, because when she said that, he got hurt immediately after.
I don't
play the tape back.
Whatever.
I will.
I believe you. I just wanted to add to your thing with Lee and the president.
Yeah.
That I really appreciated that because that's like way overstepping.
Yeah.
To the point of like, no, I know best.
Well, I mean,
she had her quote.
She said it playing out.
I know, I understand, but like, it's a democracy. So
is it?
She's definitely overstepping.
Yeah.
Like,
is it
pretty authoritarian?
Can the quorum make Adama do anything, or can only the president make Adama do something?
Can she even make him do anything if he doesn't want to? Because we've seen that he doesn't do what she wants in case.
It's a coup.
But technically,
anyways,
I will say.
I just wanted to say I like that. I actually am really liking the new direction for Lee's character.
Yeah, he's
so far. But God forbid if he falls under Gaius Baltar's fucking spell, I'm gonna lose it.
Well, Gaius Baltar got a good message, dude.
So, I mean, one thing with Gaius Baltar, too, is he had said a great quote. He said the old gods are currently fighting, and God is fighting back kind of thing. So it's currently like there's a war between the two systems of religion. The one that kind of, a lot of
monotheistic and the polytheistic.
The polytheistic people probably feel like their gods have failed them. And then when Baltar has that amazing scene where he walks into the church and he starts blaspheming everywhere and gets arrested, I mean, that was great because he literally was like, it was like the equivalent of any religion where that happens, especially back in the medieval ages where they would, essentially do that, even just between the current sects of Christianity back then. And, it's great to see him just have like almost like a full on blown crazy moment, go in there, start throwing things, and then walk out with followers because he got more followers off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I hated it.
I hated him, but I love him as a character.
I hated it. I didn't like. Just because I was like. So disrespectful. Like, it's actually crazy if, like, fuck you and your beliefs. Listen to me.
Well, that's what he was kind of.
Break you plates.
But the reason it was such a good scene is because he did exactly what just happened to him.
Yeah.
And when it happened to him, it was like, oh, don't, like, we'll send an investigator. But when when he did it to them,
he got arrested.
He got arrested. Yes. It was a whole thing.
Totally fair.
He did that to specifically illustrate, like, we're being mistreated and sidelined.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, you are. This is unfair.
Yeah. And one thing I will say, the last thing to bring up is there was quite a lot of victim blaming in this episode from the president.
Yeah, on that topic, you don't think Gaius Baltar is at fault at all for New Caprica?
I actually had to double that back. So
he forgot.
So I forgot to no. Technically, there would have been no issue about landing on that planet, but Baltar gave the 6 named Gina a nuclear missile weapon, which she exploded in the ship, and when she blew up the ship, the Cylons picked up the radiological signal. So if she didn't do that, then they would have never found it.
So what you admit to is Gaius Baltar is at fault.
He is fault for it. I did end up writing. So I wrote demoted. I wrote victim blaming him because they're trying to limit gatherings. And then I wrote, actually after that, I wrote Baltar is at fault for everything. He did give bomb.
Gaius Baltar is directly responsible for
his
Justin.
idea to settle on New Caprica.
But New Caprica, the thing was, New Caprica wasn't a terrible place to settle.
It was.
No, I mean, like, in terms of...
It was the first settleable
giving
plan.
up.
It was.
It was like a, hey...
Yeah.
He was good enough.
Well, he was listening to the people kind of thing, because the people were like, let's settle.
He's a man of the people.
His idea. That's the only reason he was even president, is because he sold them a dream he never was going to deliver on.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Last thing to bring up is Rosalind is currently deteriorating faster than we expected as her...
Which, what happened with the magic blood?
Yeah, that was so sweet.
Magic blood doesn't work anymore?
Maybe once. But, I mean, she's losing her hair. We have the whole scene of her worrying about her hair. But
Must be divine intervention.
She says that thing to... was it Adama? Or no, it was Baltar. When you're dying, you don't care anymore about rules, regulations. So I'm curious what she's going to do.
What?
You just made me think of the perfect Salon test. You just have to get someone with a terminal illness and just test everyone's blood.
You can't just put blood in people.
It's the baby's blood.
It's like not how that works.
Yeah,
it's the fact.
Here's more blood.
Well, the fact was it was the baby's blood did it because
dude, stop COVID, please.
all right. We're moving on. Thank you for joining us with the 732 Review Crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
If you enjoyed this, check out our Patreon for full lengths for this and other series. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Bye.
Go away.
Find out if Mike gets Joe's blood.